Hey guys, Kaylin Johnson here, Star Director with Team Wick Kicking Cowgirls and Cowboys 2. Wanted to share with you that I'm going to start trying to do a Tuesday tip every Tuesday, and I plan to do it via video, but sometimes I may have a different way of doing it. But anyway, this is going to be our first one, and when I do these, I would love for anyone else to come down and do them with me, or if you have your own idea, you are welcome to get with me and we'll use your idea. But it's all about sharing a useful tip for our Scentsy business. And tonight I have Megan Couch here, and she's going to help me talk about the warmer of the month. So we have a lot of newbies on our team, and so we wanted to kind of share with you what the warmer of the month is and how we use it to help our businesses grow. So first of all, you can subscribe to Warmer of the Month every month. It's a $60 value, or well, no, it's not $60 value. It costs $60. And in the Warmer of the Month, you're going to get, Megan's going to slide it, well, we're not going to be able to see it.
You can see the warmer behind it.
Yeah, there's the warmer sitting up behind us. But you get a warmer, we'll just hold it up. You get a warmer. So this month is Lumina, which is the one back behind us. Plus you get 10 bars of wax. You don't have to hold them all up. We'll just hold one up. So you get 10 bars of wax, and this month the wax is coconut pumpkin pie. You get a party tester, which is this is the party tester, and then you get a mini tester for your basket parties. You get 4 sheets of these little stickers, and they're scratch and sniff stickers. Then you get a 50 package, or a package of flyers. There's 50 flyers in there, so you get those. And then I think I left the room spray off. You get a room spray. So that costs you $60. Now here's the thing about all this, you guys. It costs you $60 up front, but you get paid commission on that $60. And we're going to use an example of a 25% commission. So if you purchase the Warmer of the Month, you're going to make 25%, so that's $15. That brings you down to $45 now is what the kit would cost you. Then if you sell the warmer for $35, you're now into the kit for $10. Then if you sell your room spray for $8, you're now into the kit for $2. And then you have 10 bars of wax that you can use to sell. You can give a few away to your best customers, or you can use them like myself and Megan does to make samples. And we're going to show you how to do that here in just a minute. So that is pretty much what all you get in the Warmer of the Month. That's what it costs you, and that is an awesome deal. And Megan was just telling me as we were making a few samples tonight that she posted a picture of just the bar
and room spray.
Bar and room spray on her Facebook page. And what happened?
I sold a 6-pack to my neighbor, and then my landlord bought a room spray and a bar.
So see how easy that is?
One day.
One day. It's easy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So Megan, do you do the Warmer of the Month every month?
Not every month. I do the Scent of the Month every month. The Warmer of the Month I do if I think it's going to be the best selling warmer. A good selling warmer. I sign up for Warmer of the Month. But every month I do Scent of the Month for sure. Which is the same thing, just not the warmer.
Right. I personally do the Warmer of the Month every month because, as Megan said, you know, if maybe she thinks it may not sell, then she doesn't like to take the chance. But here's my thing. What I may not like, someone else may like. So I always do the Warmer of the Month, and I have never been stuck with any of the warmers. And the beauty in it is you get it 2 weeks before it goes on sale. So I wouldn't recommend advertising it that early. But if you have a customer that you know, for instance, was it month before last, we got the Lone Star warmer. If you have a customer that you know decorates with stars or Western, I would send them a private message and say, hey, this warmer's coming out on the 1st, and I think you would love it. A lot of times I have already sold 2 or 3 warmers by the time the 1st gets here. So, and I've already sold, taken orders on one of these as well. So I always keep my warmer through the whole month so that I have it to advertise or I have it at shows, but I do take orders ahead of time. So, you have anything else you want to share about that?
I don't think so.
Okay. So then we're going to talk for just a real quick minute about scent of the month. So with the scent of the month, you get everything that we just talked about minus the warmer. So you get everything we talked about minus the warmer, and it costs you $35. And then, again, you make 25% commission, so it brings it down to costing you $26.25. I'm sorry. Then you sell your room spray for $8. Now you're into it for $18.25, and you've got 10 bars of wax to sell, make samples, or do whatever you wish. So these are really great business building tools, and I recommend that if you have the money to purchase them, to do it, because it is a good business building tool. And you don't have to purchase it every month. So if you purchase it this month and then next month you just don't have the extra money, or whatever the reason may be, you can go in there and you can opt out of it for the next month. So if you have the finances and you can do it, I really recommend that you do it. So we're going to go on now, and we are going to teach them how to make samples. So I always make samples, and what I recommend you do is just mark on your calendar right here one day. I know I get charged on the 15th for the warmer, so this is the 19th. By then I usually have the warmer. So that day I try to make samples that day every month. That way I have them made. If I have any shows coming up, parties, whatever, I have them to give out. The other places, what are some other places we can give samples out?
The bathroom, leave them in your bathroom stalls. I've done that. And actually I got a call off of one of them. Restaurants, leave it for your waitress or waiter. What else? Anybody you see, just hand them a sample.
Teller tubes
Yes,
at the bank.
I've done that every time.
Yeah. Tell you a funny story. Back in May, I think it's been 2 years ago, I do a show, and if Deanne Dillman, if she's watching, she was at that show with me doing Velada. But I do a show in May down in Arkansas, and it actually snowed. And we were fighting for every customer we could get into our booth. So I had my samples, and I was freezing, and I was standing out there at the edge of my booth, and everybody that walked by, I was passing them out a sample. And it actually got a couple of ladies to come into my booth and look at my product, and I made a couple of sales. So samples are a great way to build your business, and we are going to show you now how to do that. So I have this Wilton candy making mold that I use. I bought it at Michael's, and it's just removable. It has, if you look at it, it has the pour spout here. I don't know if you can. So it has the pour spout, and of course I had to go back and get a purple and white one for Scentsy Colors. So I use this mold. I will put a full bar of wax in the mold out of the packaging, and I melt it. Then once I melt it, I use our Scentsy. I'm going to knock the camera off in a minute. I use our Scentsy molds, and as you can see, I've got some wax in here.
We actually have new ones now with the new star.
Yes, we have new molds, Megan was saying, with our new star, our new logo. But for now, this is what I have. So I use these, and I pour them in here, and then I stick them in the freezer for about 5 minutes. And then, Megan, can you get the camera and make it, show it on the, I'm going to show you guys how easy,
Got my finger over it.
how easy this is. They just,
Can I turn it?
they just press right out. See how easy those come out? And we have a little Scentsy bar, wax bar, for our sample. Okay, you can put that back up there. So this makes, how many samples are there? 6, 12, 30 samples. It took me 1 bar of wax to make 30 samples. And
Don't
I've
fill
got,
them up all the way, just halfway or a little bit less than half.
right, these are very deep, and so you don't feel, you can kind of see how deep that is. I don't know if you can tell. But I didn't fill them up all the way. I mean, not even halfway. And So that's what I make my samples with. Now, you don't have to use the Scentsy mold. You can actually go to the hobby stores and you can buy molds. And I've got some here that I'll show you. This is a breast cancer one that I did for the breast cancer month. And I did pink. I did happy birthday. I try to stick with the scent of the month, but sometimes I'll do something different. This is a little candy swirls. And I've got some hearts. And I've got some stars. And these are one of my favorite. I found these on Etsy or eBay, but it's just a little circle and it says thank you. So I love those. And then there's these pumpkin molds. These are probably my least favorite.
I have some of those too.
The pumpkin, and then here's a star. These are probably my least favorite just because I found that when I tried to get the wax out of them, they broke very easy. You have these?
I have the pumpkin one, and they're so deep you can't get the stem on it because you have to fill it up all the way.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of wax to make the pumpkins, but
Yeah.
it's up to
So
you.
my least
Just
favorite.
preference.
And everybody's just going to have to find their own niche, what they like to do. Same way with making your wax samples. You know, there's other ways to do it, but this is just what I have found easiest. And Megan and I were talking when I was making them, and she was like, "You pour it?" Yes, I pour mine. She uses a spoon and dips it because she says that's easier for her. So everybody will find their own way to do it. Just don't microwave your wax. That is not recommended. Okay, so once I have my samples made, I buy these, whoops, those are my bags. I'm going to show you Megan's bags because she has the new logo. So I buy these little bags from the Scentsy family store, and they're perfect. They'll fit a business card, and then they have our Scentsy logo. I should have had my nails done before I made this video. So I buy these little bags, and then I stick my business card in there. And if you have not had business cards made, in the very beginning I never put my picture on it, but I do recommend you put your picture on there because people will I don't know, they just feel more comfortable doing business with someone that they know what they look like. So anyhow, but anyway, there. So I stick my business card in there, and then I take my wax sample and I just drop it in there, and then I go one step further. On the back of my bag, I go ahead and put one of the scratch and sniff stickers. And the reason I do that is because it never fails. I will have customers come up to me at a booth and they will bring me the wax, or they'll tell me, oh, it was an orange one. Well, you all know how many orange waxes we have. Or they'll bring it to me and they'll say, can you tell what this is? A lot of times I can smell it and tell what it is, but a lot of times I can't. So if I go ahead and put that sticker on there, then they have the name of it, and they can call me up or whatever, and they can say, hey, I want that coconut pumpkin pie. So I go ahead and do that. Then you can take these and you can either staple them to your flyer, or you can put them with a product list, whatever you want to do. You can even just hand them out just like this to your at the restaurant or in the bank teller tube, however you want to do it.
I put one in all of my orders. When I'm packaging up, I always put them in my orders, always.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. And I sometimes even sell the bar after I put it in an order.
That's a great idea. The one thing I do with them instead of is I'll stick them in the lid of the warmer boxes.
Mm-hmm.
I do that a lot. I also, if I have, sorry, I'm talking too much. If I have too many stickers left over, I'll just take the stickers and stick them in the lid of the warmer box. I use my stickers on mail. I mean, you can use it for all sorts of things.
I've heard somebody posted somewhere that you can leftover stickers, hand them out at your shows to the kids.
Yeah. In fact, I saw Jamie Solons had a bunch that were out of date, and she had posted on Facebook if she had any teacher friends that wanted some free stickers. Mm-hmm. So you could do that too. But I try to use mine up.
Yeah.
Can you think of anything we left off?
I don't think so.
Well, so now you guys know all about making samples and how to hand those out. As I said, I'm sorry, my voice is starting to get scratchy. As I said, we're going to try to do this every Tuesday and have a tip. And I think it's very important that you guys start getting on screen in front of your teams. So if you want to come down and do a video with me, I would love to hear from you. And for today, I want to thank Megan for coming, and I'm giving her this cute little, it's Remember to Stop and Chase the Firefly necklace. You cannot purchase these anymore. They were a one-time purchase for directors and above, and I want to give that to Megan.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I have another one that I want to give away too, and here's what I'm going to do. If you have not signed up for the Warmer of the Month, then this is what I want you to do. I want you to go to your account tab, and I want you, that's on your workstation, on your workstation, go to your account tab, and I want you to sign up for the Warmer of the Month. When you do that, if you will send me a screenshot of the receipt, I am going to enter all of those names in a drawing to win one of those Chasing Firefly necklaces. Now you have until the 28th of this month to do that. So hurry off to your workstation, and Megan and I are going to finish making some samples, and I hope you've enjoyed this tip, and if you ever have any questions, feel free to call us. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, talk to you guys later.